Hello all and welcome back. As I promised in my previous video, in this video I bring to you an application which can help you tremendously if you are a programmer or if you're aspiring to become one. The name of the application is Handy Code Viewer. This application can help you store code snippets, whether it is small or large code snippets. And if you are a programmer, you know that many times you have to copy the same code across many applications. For example, let's say browsing a file. Now, this application can not only help you store that, but it can also help you search those code snippets so that you can quickly search for it, copy that code snippet and put it in that application and edit it as per your need. Also, if you are someone like me who likes to answer questions on different forums, for example, stackoverflow or VB forums or mrexcel.com, then this can help you there as well. So whenever a user asks a question, simply copy the relevant code snippet, edit it, post an answer, just like that. So yes, this application can actually help you save a lot of man hours. It doesn't matter which language you code in, be it Visual Basic for applications or .NET or PHP or C++. This tool is for all of you, and this tool can be yours absolutely free on one condition. You have to watch my previous video, User Defined Types in Excel-VBA for Windows. In that video, I dropped 5 magic keywords. So what you have to do is watch that video, find out what those 5 magic keywords are and at what time did they appear in the video. And then quickly send me an email on support@teamexcel.com. In that email, mention the word, the keyword, as you can see in the image, word 1, word 2, word 3, word 4, word 5. And on the right side, the time at which they appear on the video. So just replace word 1, word 2, etc. with the magic keywords. And on the right side, just mention the time appears at, let's say, 2 minutes and 3 seconds in that video. You don't have to be super accurate as far as the time is concerned. A tolerance level of plus minus 3 seconds is acceptable. So let's say a magic word appeared at 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And if your email says 2 minutes and 1 second, I will accept it. Also send me your name and email address. I will use that to register the application in your name. So when you click on the About section, you will see your name and your email address. This application does not have any serial code or serial numbers. I never intended to sell this application. So yes, do send me your name and email address. Even if you're watching this video, let's say after 1 year or 2 years, you can still send me an email, and if your answers are correct, I will send you an email back with the link to obviously download the application. You will have to give me 48 hours to reply to your email. And an amazing thing, if one of you finds a bug, I will fix it and then I will send an updated link to all of you so that you can download the updated version. So let's quickly begin. Let's install the application. I will take you from the installation process to hiding items, searching for items and uninstalling. I'll cover every aspect of this application. So let's begin. Once you have downloaded the setup file, double click on it to commence the installation. In the welcome screen, click on Next. You will be presented with license agreement screen. Scroll through the license agreement, and if you're okay with it, click on I accept the agreement and click on Next. In this screen, you can choose whether setup will install the Handy Code Viewer. You can either let the setup decide it, or you can click on Browse and select the folder yourself. Once you're done, click on Next. In this screen, if you do not want the setup to create a desktop shortcut, then uncheck this checkbox. Otherwise, leave it as it is. Click on Next. And we are ready to install. Click on the Install button. We are done. Click on Finish to launch the application. When the application is launched for the first time, you are presented with a setting dialog box. This setting dialog box has 3 sections. The first section is Directory. Here you can set the directory where the data will be stored. By default, current data directory is the installation directory. For demonstration purpose, I will choose a folder which I had created for this purpose. So I will click on Browse, I'll go to D drive, and I'll click on Handy Code and I'll say OK. Once I've selected the folder, I'll click on Save Data Folder. Default path updated. If you wish, you can choose a different folder. The section below directory is Backup and Restore. You have two options here. The first one lets you select a directory where you can save a backup of your data. And the second one is to restore the data from a backup file. We will visit the section later in this video. The final section in the setting box is Display. Here again you have two options. The first one is a dark mode. I'm still experimenting with this, but if you want to see how this works, then click on Apply the Colors, which is this button, and it will change to black. To revert to original colors, click on Reset Buttons to Original Colors, which is the button next to it, and you will get your original colors back. The second one is Personalize. Here you can change the font color. Currently the font color is black. If you want to change the color to say red, you can do that by clicking this black box. You can select the red color, click on OK, and then click on Apply the Color. And you'll see that the font color has changed to red. Similarly, if you want to change the color to blue, you can do that as well. We will click this button to get our default colors back. Once you're done with the settings, click on the box Do Not Show This Window at Startup, and then click on Close and Exit button. In the future, if you want to change the settings, you can access the setting dialog box by clicking on the Settings menu button. So I'll close this. Let us now check what other buttons are for. The first one is to exit the application. The second menu button is the Category button. When you click on it, you get three options: New Category, Rename Category, and Delete Category. Here, category is nothing but the name of the programming language. For demonstration purpose, we will create 4 categories. So let's click on New Category. The first category that we will create is C#. Once you have entered the category, click on Create the Category button. And the category has been created. The next category that we will create is VB.NET. The third category that we will create is Excel-VBA. And the fourth and the final category we will create is Word VBA. And we are done. Let's click on the Exit button. This is the section where the categories will appear. So let's check what all categories are displaying there. We have C#, Excel-VBA, VB.NET, and Word VBA. Now let us check what the next option is in the category. It is Rename Category. Now if you look at these categories, you will notice that there is no space between Excel-VBA, and the first word Excel is capital. However, in the Word VBA, we have Word and VBA as two separate words, and only VBA is capital. So let's make that change in the Excel-VBA category. So I'm going to select this, and then I'll click on Category and Rename Category. Here I will rename the category to Excel-VBA. And once I'm done, I will click on Rename Category. And the category has been renamed. Let us check it. I'm going to click OK and Cancel. When I click this button, I see my category has been renamed. The next option is to delete the category. To demonstrate this, let us add a new category because I need the existing ones for demonstration. Let's add a category called PHP. And then I'll click on Create the Category. Once I'm done, I'll exit. Now I will go back to this menu. I will select PHP and then I'll click on Category, Delete Category. You will be prompted for a confirmation. This is necessary because once the category is deleted, then it cannot be recovered. To delete, click on Yes. And the category is deleted. And if you click the drop down, you will not see the category anymore. The next menu is Item. The item is a code snippet, so you can have many code snippets under a category. When you click on the item menu, you get 4 options. Let's visit them one by one. The first one is new item. Let's click on it. Under add a title, you can give a name to your code snippet. Under category, you can select which category is it for. So if you click on it, you'll get the name of the categories. In the third section, you can add the code snippet. And in syntax highlighting, you can select the relevant programming language so that the syntax highlighting is activated when you view the code. I've created certain code snippets for all the categories that we created. Let us copy them one by one and paste it here. You can also type the code snippet directly in this section, but I recommend not to do that. Type the code in the relevant programming editor and then copy it here. There are two benefits to this. The code is formatted properly. You can also indent the code there. And the second benefit is that you must have tested the code there. So if you directly type here, there is a possibility that there could be a syntax error. So let's add the first code snippet for C#. So I'm going to select C# here. I'll quickly switch over to the C# solution. Here I will copy this code pressing the shortcut key Ctrl+C after I select the code. And I come back here and I press Ctrl+V to paste the code. This code randomizes the color. So I will give an appropriate title, randomize color. I will select C# in syntax highlighting, which is here. Once we are done, click on the save button. It will prompt you that the item has been created. Click on OK. The button next to save is reset button. When you click this button, then everything in this form will reset and you will have to type and select things again. Similarly, let's add a code snippet for VB.NET. I will repeat the same process. I will go to the VB.NET solution, select the code, press Ctrl+C, come back to our application and paste it here. Select category VB.NET. What this code does is it uses an open file dialog to let the user browse for a file. So I will give a title file browser. And in syntax highlighting, I will select VB. And then I will click on save and OK. Next, I will add two code snippets for Excel-VBA. I will repeat the same process again. This time I go to my VBA editor, module 1. I copy all the code from here. I press Ctrl+C, I come back to handy code viewer, I paste my code, I select the category as Excel-VBA and I'll give a title. Now this code prompts the user for a sheet name and then it creates a worksheet. So I will name the code snippet as add a worksheet. In syntax highlighting, I will select VB and I'll click on save. And finally, I'll add the last code snippet again from VBA. I'll go to module 2. I will copy this code and I paste it here by pressing Ctrl+V. The category is Excel-VBA. Syntax highlighting I'll choose as VB. This code late binds with PowerPoint and then opens a PowerPoint presentation and finally works with slide number 1. I will name this snippet as late bind with PowerPoint. And then I'll click on save. And we are done. Click on the exit button to exit the dialog box. And now when you select a category, you will notice the list below the items will appear. So if I select Excel-VBA, I can see 2 items. If you select the first item, you can see the code snippet on the right side. See how the syntax is color coded? This makes reading the code so much simpler. Similarly, if you select the second item, you can see the code snippet it has. If you change the category to C#, the list updates to show you the items in that category. Again, if you select the item, you can see the code snippet for that item. This time the syntax highlighting is as per C#. Same is with VB.NET. The next option in the item menu is modify item. There are times when you may have entered a wrong title or you may want to make a slight edit to a code snippet. So this option makes that easier for you. Let's test it. Under Excel-VBA, select late bind with PowerPoint and then click on item, modify item. Now let's format our title. So what I've done is I've capitalized the first letters and I've also added MS for Microsoft. If you feel this item should have been in another category, you cannot change it from here as mentioned here. You have to use move item from the item menu. We will see that in a moment. Now let's delete this option explicit. This is just for testing whether the code is updated or not. Let us now save it by clicking on the save button. It prompts us that the item has been modified. If you go back to the Excel-VBA category, you will notice that the name of the item has been modified. And if you click on it, the option explicit which was on top, it's not there anymore. So you can use this option to modify a particular item. The next option is move item. This is what I was talking about earlier. To move an item, select an item which is already selected and then click on move item. Here you can either move one item or you can move multiple items. I'm going to select late binding with Microsoft PowerPoint. And then I will click on move selection to category button. I will select word VBA from the category drop down. This is the category where the code snippet will be moved to. If you're moving multiple items and if you decide not to move certain items, then you can check the item and then click on move selection back. So let me add it again and select it. Once you're ready to move items, click on confirm item movement to category and the item will be moved. If you want to move more items, you can do it, else click on exit button to exit. Now if you click on Excel-VBA category, you will notice only one item there. It's gone. Now let's click on the word VBA category. And here it is. Now let us visit the final item in this menu, which is delete item. Select the item that you want to delete, which is, let's say this, and then you click on delete item. You will be prompted for a confirmation. This is again necessary because once the item is deleted, then it cannot be recovered. To delete, click on yes. And the item is deleted successfully. The next menu option is settings. We have already covered settings. So let's move on. The menu next to settings is search. When you click on the search button, you are presented with a search dialog box. Sometimes you may not remember the name of an item. In that case, you can search for it here. Let us try and search for the code snippet which has the word worksheet in it. So I'm going to type worksheet. Ensure that you're only entering a single word. By default, the search text only searches the item name. But if you want to search the content as well, then check the box search in item content. Depending on how many items you have and how many categories you have, this may take longer. Once you're ready to search, click on the search button and the application will find all the items across categories which contain the search text. You can also select a particular searched item to see the code snippet in it. So if I select in this search item which says occurrence found in title, you will see the code snippet when you select it. So let's see where is the word worksheet. There. And hence the second option was also displayed. So this word worksheet is not only in the title but in the content as well. I use this option a lot as I have tons and tons of code snippets. Once you're done, click on exit to exit the search. The next menu item is about. If you click on it, it will show you the information about the application and to whom it is registered to. Click on it to close it. The last button is the donate button. This is not a compulsion and it is completely voluntary. And if you do choose to donate, it will support towards future enhancements of this application. Like I said, this is not a compulsion and it is completely voluntary. I'm going to close this. Now let's cover something which I had mentioned earlier. Let's go to settings and the second section, which is backup and restore. Once you have enough items, you can actually take a backup of it. For demonstration purpose, I'm going to select desktop. Once I have selected the folder, I will click on Save Backup. And I get a prompt that the backup has been created. And if something ever happens to your data, or if you're installing it in another PC, then you can always restore the files from that backup. And if you want to restore the data, go to the relevant folder, choose the backup file and click on Open. The option which is Overwrite files, be careful when you are clicking on this. If there are any files with the same item name, it will get overwritten. Same as with the category names. Finally, click on this button to restore from the backup file. I'm not going to click on this because I already have the data right now. Once you're done, click on Exit. So what do you think about this application? Do you like it? Do you want it? If yes, then go ahead and watch that video, user-defined types in Excel-VBA for Windows, and find out what those 5 magic keywords are and at what time do they appear in the video. Quickly send me an email with the correct answers, and once I verify your answers, I will send you a link to download the application. If you're watching this video, let's say after 1 or 2 years, you can still send me an email with the correct answer and I will send you a link to download the application. Just give me 48 hours to reply to your email. One amazing thing, even if one of you reports a bug, I will fix the application and I will send the updated link to each one of you. Isn't that really amazing? Right, if you have any questions about this video or about this application, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can also email me on support@tamexcel.com. Just a quick reminder, I will be posting 2 videos every week, one on Monday and other on Thursday. If you like the way I post my videos, I create my videos, and if you think that I can assist you in your quest to learn Visual Basic Programming from scratch, then go ahead and extend your support by watching other videos. Especially watch the videos in the playlist because they are in a particular sequence. So go through them, drop a couple of likes, and if you've still not subscribed to this channel, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel by clicking on the bell button. I would recommend subscribing to this channel because in the next couple of months I will be releasing another free application, an Excel add-in which can help you work faster in Excel. You can obviously send me suggestions if you want a specific tool or part to be in that add-in. I will try and incorporate that as well. So yes, go ahead and quickly press the bell icon. And I will see you on Thursday when I talk to you about collections and dictionaries.